I have a brand new project pan for you. Now, this is something that I have been thinking of doing all year. I did think about starting it a little bit earlier to give myself a little bit more time because this is going to be a big one. But I thought, no, the challenge is, it's in the title. I am going to attempt to project pan, and I mean completely use up 40 makeup products, just makeup, not skincare. I must be mad. I am going to project pan 40 makeup products before I turn 40. So I turn the big 40 next year. November 2019, I will officially be 40. And recently I've been struggling with the fact of my age, and not because I'm worried about getting old. I'm not bothered about getting old. I couldn't care less. I can't wait for retirement. Not that I'm working at the moment, but you know what I mean. But age doesn't bother me. What bothers me is I don't think I've achieved enough in my life for my age. I should have achieved a lot more by now. Yes, I have two beautiful children that I am immensely proud of. Yes, I have a wonderful husband who I am intensely in love with. But actual physical achievements of my own, I've not done much. I haven't travelled. I haven't done anything really that I'm like amazingly proud of myself for doing. So I've given myself a bit of a bucket list to do. Not all to achieve by the time I'm 40, but that I want to start doing. Like, I want to start learning a language. I want to run 5k. I want to write a story and get it published somewhere. Little things that I think are achievable and that I could do over the next few years of my life. And I guess the biggest project pan I'm probably ever going to undertake is one of those projects. So, yeah, the crazy begins. I am going to attempt to project pan, completely use up 40 makeup products. Now, I keep a list, I keep a little booklet like this with all of my products that I've bought and that I use up. It all goes in here. Everything I buy, everything I use up, it all goes in here. So the sections are divided. So the blue one is for products I've bought, the green one is for products I've used, and the pink is for my makeup inventories and things like that. And I've been basically writing down all the products, makeup products alone, that I have used up completely here at the back of the book. And according to this, spoiler alert, I've used up more than 40 items already this year, starting in January. So it is doable if I continue on the same path that I have been this year. So it sounds crazy, but from the evidence of my notebook, it is doable. It is doable for me. So how am I going to do it? So I am not going to bring in 40 items at the very beginning and work on all 40 all at once. It's just not, that's not doable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll in each month new products that I think if I gave it a push, I could get them out of my collection. So that's how this is going to work. I have been taking products from previous project pans that are almost finished, that are almost used up, and I've been putting them aside, and I've been putting them aside for this project pan. So this month for the intro, I'm going to bring in 10 items that I'm going to start working on, and then next update I will bring in some more items and keep rolling in products throughout the year. Sorry, getting over a cold. So this is a year-long project pan. It will start from November the 10th, which is my birthday, and it will finish November the 10th, 2019, which will be my 40th birthday. So it will be a rolling project pan. So let's start off with the first 10 items that I'm going to bring in. So each month I am going to bring in one of my Vice lipsticks. These are Urban Decay Vice lipstick samples, little sachets like this. This one is in the shade Rapture, so is gorgeous, like purpley mauve colour. So I really like this. I thought this would be really nice to wear throughout the month of November, because it's quite an autumnal sort of look. So yeah, I'm gonna try and work on getting one of these out every month, because it does take me about a month to work through all of these. So the next product is my Clinique Beyond Perfection foundation sample. So it just comes in this beautiful little pot. I've had this for almost a year, well, for a year, and I still haven't used up this sample. It's a very full coverage kind of foundation, and I'm not really a full coverage kind of girl. That's why I like to get samples of foundations before I buy them, because I need to know what kind of coverage it is, what shade it is, whether it matches my skin tone or what, and just how it plays with like my primers and things like that. So, and how it wears throughout the day. So if it's an expensive foundation, I always try and get a sample first. And I think when I ask for a sample at some of the higher end sort of counters, and they say, oh, we don't do them, well, then I don't buy your foundation. It's as simple as that. Because I need to know I'm getting the right shade, because a foundation lasts quite a long time, and I don't want to have to faff about like mixing it with other foundations, especially if I'm paying a lot of money for it. So I do like to get these little samples, but I need to use this up. Whether I use this up actually as a foundation or as a concealer, like a full coverage concealer, I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah, that is going to be my second item to use up. The next item I need to use up is actually something I've depotted, and I've depotted it into a little tub like this. This is a cream blush, so as you can see, it's just that little bit there. This came from a Makeup Revolution cream blush palette, the Blush Melts palette I think it's called. I had hit pan on this shade previously, and what I thought was, instead of me having a big 8-pan palette, cream blush palette in my drawer, I would depot this and put it into this little pot. That way then as well, I'm not opening and closing a palette constantly every time I want to use it, which those plastic Makeup Revolution those plastic Makeup Revolution palettes, sometimes when you open and close them, the clasp can go a little bit, or I've actually broken one lid, it's split in half, or the hinges go. So rather than me breaking a palette from constant use, I thought I would depot the cream blush into here, and then I just screw off the lid, use this, put the lid back on, done. And I'm not dipping into an 8-pan palette all the time. Plus as well, the 8-pan palette doesn't take up as the 8-pan palette takes up more room in my makeup drawers. So I'm going to try and use up a complete cream blush. The next item is kind of a Franken polish. This is in the Essence nail polish in Frozen Kiss. So that was this. The original polish was the shade of the lid here. It was a nice white frosty nail polish, but it's not anymore. It's a pinkish sort of frosty polish. And the reason for that is I had this and a red, like a red polish by Nails Inc. in a previous project pan. Both were quite low, and so what I did was I emptied the Nails Inc. red polish, which was in the shade Tate, into the Essence bottle. The reason why I did that was the brush on the Nails Inc. bottle wasn't that great, but the brush on Essence are beautiful. They're nice and flat, and you can get a really easy application, and you can sort of see the colour there now. Beautiful shimmery pink, like a frosty pink, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, kind of got the idea from a beauty guru made me do it. She like empties almost empty nail polish into another polish just to try and get it used up, because sometimes the brushes don't always reach the bottom of the bottle. It seems such a waste. So yeah, that's what I did. So I have my Essence nail polish, Franken polish, in Frozen Kiss / Tate. So I'm going to try and use that up. It is down to there, so I will mark it once I finish the video, so I know where I'm starting. And yeah, so I'm going to try and use all of that up, because when I say makeup products only, that does include nail polish. It just doesn't include skincare or hair care. That's the only rule. The next product is a sample product from the Balm. This is the Frat Boy blush or shadow, and it is like this. This is only a 0.57 grams or 0.02 ounces, so it should be pretty easy to use up. It's just a cream, like a pinkish shade that I can use in my crease. So I reckon I could use that up pretty well. So I reckon I could use that up nicely. I do count this as an eyeshadow, not as a blush, because I can't get my blush brush in there. The next item is something that is practically almost gone, and that is my Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C3. So I'm going to try and use that up. The next item is MAC Fix Plus. I have just a little bit like that. So I don't like the sprayer on this. I like the fact that it locks. I do. So you got the locking mechanism here. But my tiny little hands, can you see? It's just really awkward for me. I find it really awkward to get a nice fine mist on my face. I end up with blobs all over it. So what I actually do is I actually spray it up into the air and then catch it with my face. The faces we pull and the things we do to put our makeup on. So yeah, I'm not keen. This is the coconut one. That's why it's this weird, horrible colour. I don't like it. It doesn't look appealing, does it? I love the smell of coconut, but I don't like the colour of this. I wish they would change the colour of this. It looks like I won't say what it looks like, but you know what I'm thinking, don't you? So yeah, would I repurchase this when it finishes? I don't know. I might just buy the normal one. But yeah, and decant it into something else, into a different bottle. But yeah, so I'm going to try and finish that up. The next item is a Maybelline colour tattoo in my Creme de Rose. This was in a previous project pan and I just have that much left. I use this as an eye base. I like it a lot. I have it on today under my eyeshadow and yeah, I really like it. The next item is something that is practically brand new, but being brand new, it's already down to there. I don't know why they didn't fill this, but yeah, it's down to here, and this is a primer. It's the Evelyn Iona Green Tea Primer, Prep and Protect, and it is vegan. So I want to use this primer up. And then lastly for this month, or this intro, it's my e.l.f. brow pencil. This is in the shade Neutral Brown. There's not a lot left here, so I thought if I give it a push, I can get this out of my collection. And that is the whole point of this project pan. So, those were my first 10 products for my 40 by 40 project pan. If you think I'm crazy, let me know in the comments down below. This isn't in collaboration with anyone, but if anybody else is celebrating a big birthday or just wants to join in for their birthday next year, it doesn't have to be a big birthday, then please do let me know, and I will come and check out your video. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to join in. I'm more than happy if you want to be just as crazy as I am, because this won't be the only project pan I'll be doing next year. So I'll be trying to pan 40 products as well as project panning other projects as well. Crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe as always, and hit the bell button to be notified when my next video goes up, and I will see you in that next video.